round up a big topic from the week. One of President-elect Donald Trump's biggest campaign promises could be harder to fulfill. Republicans are considering having American taxpayers pay for a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Trump is vowing to make Mexico reimburse the U.S. for the cost of building that wall. Mexico has said several times it won't be forking over any cash. So how will the Trump administration get Mexico to pay? That's our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page and on Twitter. You can send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live in the newsroom, our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant, Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. Trump came out swinging against the media this week, saying that this was a story got twisted in the media and Mexico will pay for this wall.
Well, you know, Donald Trump throughout this entire campaign has said that Mexico will pay for the wall, and here at the last minute now he's asking Congress to fund it, and now saying Mexico will reimburse the United States, and he's angry at the media for saying, wait a minute, that's not what you campaigned on. And Jackie Bally, I think the public has a little bit has the right to say, wait a minute, that's not exactly what you were saying during the campaign, don't they?
No, they don't, because Fox has shown footage during the campaign. He has said that Mexico will reimburse us, Mexico will pay for us. So the things that he's saying now, he did say during the campaign. But the media only wants to emphasize on the statements, Mexico will pay for the wall. He said several times on his campaign trail, you'll see the footage on Fox, where he says Mexico will reimburse us. One of the two ways that could happen, and we're hearing that from his team, we have pledged $121 million in aid to Mexico.
Million or billion?
Million. We can start with withholding that. That would be a very good start. 2.1 billion with a B dollars are being sent over to Mexico to various people for various reasons. A percentage of those are coming from illegal immigrants. We can put a taxation on those dollars. So those are two plans that you're hearing coming from the Trump's team. But he has said all along that Mexico will pay for it and Mexico will reimburse.
So 121 million and a taxation on a portion of 2.1 billion isn't even going to get close to covering the hundreds of billions of dollars they're now asking Congress to pay for this wall, is it?
I don't believe that it's the cost that we've seen is hundreds of billions of dollars. And I do believe those two proposals are very good starts to building this wall.
Mustafa, how do you think the public was deceived? Do you think Donald Trump said? Kellyanne Conway did point out on Fox and Friends footage from at least October where he said Mexico was going to reimburse the United States.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at even the polling, most of Donald Trump's supporters don't believe that Mexico will pay for the wall. But again, Donald Trump always doubled down. He never backs down. He never apologizes. He never says he's wrong. Whether he is or not, it's completely irrelevant. So he's going to push forward in this, and they're going to try to push through a massive bill to fund building this wall with this makeshift promise of somehow they're going to find a way to get Mexico to pay for it without having any details of that. They're going to repeal Obamacare, take away, you know,
well, let's get to that
20
in the
million
next
people
segment.
away on this, right? Without having something to say how it's going to get done. So again, this has been very consistent. His theme throughout the campaign has been, trust me, I can do it, without any details. And he wants to govern the same way. He wants to say, trust me, I can do it, without showing any of the details.
All right, let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
All right, let's pull up Twitter here and take a look at a couple of the tweets out there. The Twitter sphere, first one from Donald Trump himself, and he said this earlier in the week: the dishonest media does not report that any money spent on building the Great Wall for sake of speed will be paid back by Mexico later. And on the flip side, here's a tweet from somebody else, SP Becker, saying, I believe Trump will get Mexico to pay for a Great Wall later, almost as much as I believe he will release his tax returns later. So you've got two sides of the issue there.
I won't ask you to comment on the tax returns because I don't think we'll ever see those. But how does the public ever get assured that Mexico paid for the wall if we don't know the plan to get Mexico to pay for the wall.
The man's not even in office yet. So let's at least wait for him to get in office. We've already seen the 2 items that I proposed to you. Those are just things that his team are releasing right now. So he will get with his team. You will see a proposal. If he's going to ask for any kind of money from Congress, he will have a proposal that Congress has to look at. We saw with Obamacare, you brought that up. Nancy Pelosi said, let's vote for it and then figure out what the bill means. So that at least we're going to see some kind of proposal as we didn't see with the travesty in Obamacare. But the one thing I will say is when I hear a wall, and this is just me, I hear more infrastructure. I do not hear physically a wall because we need to better protect the border because clearly that has not been done.
Well, I don't think that's what he campaigned on, but how does the public assure that Mexico paid for the wall if there's no plan, stated plan, to actually how they're going to pay for it?
There are no stated plans on anything, and that's kind of what we've heard, that, you know, once he's in office that he will have a plan. And I don't think you're going to see that because that's just not Donald Trump's style. He is not someone who would ever give details on anything. He basically says, trust me, I can do it. I'm the only one that can fix it. And this is not his family business, right? I mean, he comes from an environment where he inherited a lot of money, he made a lot of money, and he's got his family business. There's no board of directors for his business. He's a single person that makes a decision on his things. So when his Trump airline failed, he failed and he just walked away from it. But when you're running a government, when you're the president of the American people, you know, we are his board of directors. There is the Congress, there is the Supreme Court. He has to answer to people and he has to have plans, and he doesn't. And I'm hoping that he will.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We'll be back in 15, 20 minutes with another really good topic. But right now, go to Facebook Live on the Fox 26 Facebook page, and you can ask us questions that we might answer.
just about any question, right? All right. Hey, thanks so much, guys.